Hello everyone and welcome to Nerds with Dice. Tonight we are playing Riff's Ballad of Fates. Real quick, a couple announcements first. We have some new emotes. There are a couple of follower emotes There's just one that just says Nerds with Dice and one that says Nerds with Dice Pride, and we have a bird emote if you haven't already seen it. You can check those out. They're in the chat, and the bird emote is available for subscribers.
Nerds with Dice.
And we have merch. You can check that out through the link in the chat or by heading over to Nerds with Dice on Twitter. The link is over there as well. And of course, we are sponsored by Grinding Coffee Company, a black and LGBTQ plus owned coffee company. You can get 10% off by using the code Nerds with Dice or using the link that is in the chat. So go check that out. All right, Kevin.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to Riff's Ballad of Fates, where several hundred years ago the world exploded with magic and has since started to recover a bit. There's dragons, there's space aliens, there's everything, and it's all kind of clashing at each other most of the time. So our group of adventurers has been trying to find the thing that binds them all together and prevent an interdimensional invasion from a group called the Nightlords, who are bad. Very, very bad.
Well, we don't know if they're bad.
Oh, you know that.
We know they're bad.
We have some clues that
if you've
might
experienced
be bad.
anything Nightlords related, you're like, oh, they're bad.
They
bad.
could be misunderstood.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure.
No.
It's more like they misunderstand the point of life. Anyway. So, let's go around and do super quick introductions for our characters. And hello, new subscriber.
Yeah, thanks, Armor Lord. That's 15 months. Thank you.
Yay. That's how long the game's been going.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So, let's start with Peppermint.
everyone. I'm Nerdy Teddy. Tonight I'll be playing Peppermint, our nature mage / healer.
All right. Jetta can't be with us tonight. So let's go with um the first of Evans. The overlay has 2 Evan. And no
I'll
Freya.
fix it in a second.
So
Which
let's
one's
go
the
with-
first Evan?
You're in both Michelle and your own spot.
It's only
Let's
me.
go. Starissa also can't be with us tonight, so let's go to Kid.
Hello, everybody. I'm Evan Jennings. I'll be playing Krogahel Kid. He's a half human, half dwarven blacksmith who's kind of doesn't know what's going on half the time, but does his best.
All right.
That's it. I think that sums him up.
Let's go to Greeks, who is with us.
Hi, I'm Ting, and I'm playing Greeks, amphibious, goblin-looking DB, Psytech.
Okay. And even though you can't be seen, let's go ahead and get Freya.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm playing Freya, who's a human spy, but she's also a night bane. So I also play Rohan, an 8-foot tall being with a 20-foot wingspan and a flaming sword.
Okay. The group had gone out west and contacted the sheriff, who sent them to a place called the Horns. They bypassed the Cheyenne Mountain Space Force Station, formerly known as NORAD. And oh my god, someone made me write down star-nosed vampire moles. Anyway. Moved on to the Horns, where they found a Nightbane working with some of the Nightlords, making its way towards the basement of a place. That place, they subdued the Nightbane, who then transformed into a scared woman who apparently had been stuck in Nightbane form since 2006, some think. It is unclear what is up with that person. And they followed where the tunnel was going to the Shrine of the Sun, led by a being calling itself Will Rogers, based on the old cowboy, who it turns out was a pretty awesome dude. Like, really was.
It's rare these days.
I did a little bit of research, and he was Cheyenne born, I believe, and very much in support of helping the families of others and taking care of your neighbors and that kind of thing. Yeah. So anyway, at this shrine dedicated to the memory of the man, there is a being that is calling itself Will Rogers and says it is inspired by Will Rogers, as well as a kind of temple dog statue that is somewhat of a guardian of the place as well. There's an immense positive energy here, though there's also a good amount of gunslinging as well. All right. So when we last left off, I don't think there was a big cliffhanger. Oh my god, why am I blanking on this all of a sudden?
We left with she had kind of she was going to go rest and all that type of stuff, and
yes. So the woman, I think it was Beatrice Croft.
Yeah.
Was very tired and was seeking to rest. What was the burster's name? Oh my god. I'm blanking on the burster's name.
Benson?
Benson? I think it was Benson.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Let me write that down before I forget. Benson. And what was the dog's name? Shen? I think it was
I don't
Shen.
know.
No, we didn't get one last time.
Yeah.
All right. So, you're there, and the Will Rogers being has dismissed all the students that were around. and it's just idly playing with a lasso. It's like, all right, well, do you all need to rest as well?
I know I do. I gotta fix my armor.
Well, we don't have the best facility for that, but
I can probably make do.
okay. I can put you up in some of the far houses. All I ask is you don't go into the shrine unaccompanied.
What's the shrine?
Oh, this building behind us. It's about. Oh, I forgot how big it is, but it is bigger than I thought it was in the past. I think it's like 200 feet tall.
Oh,
Just
shit.
stone building. It is very impressive if you look up the Shrine of the Sun.
I will.
Yeah, it's.
This is a real place?
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
It actually has like temple dogs built there. It's a bit weird. I like it. And it overlooks just a beautiful valley. I believe it was several hundred feet tall.
That is pretty. That is very cool.
It is a cool.
The Will Rogers Shrine. It's a shrine to him.
Well, the people who built it were big fans of his when he died, and dedicated it to him. So, no, that's the elevation of it, not the actual height of it. Anyway, it stands several hundred feet tall, made entirely of one type of stone. This looks like it has a couple of pockmarks in it from explosions and whatnot, but the place still stands. It's got kind of a low wall and a good overview of the town below, which you can see there's a couple of campfires in, a couple of places where it looks like there might be small groups of people, but you don't see any real like commerce or busyness in the town below. You do, looking out from here, you can see wide enough that you do see the occasional hovercraft or wingboard, as there are a lot of techno mages in this area.
Ooh.
I believe you're on a ley line as well. Yes, you are on I believe I have said that you are on a ley line. If not, you are on a ley line. For those that can feel that kind of energy. He says, well, I think I had Benson watching over the young lady you brought in with you. But what were y'all mentioning to me? You said something about the Nightlords, I believe, which I had heard of but did not know much about.
They were trying to get in here. The way we came in, we stopped them and then followed the tunnel to here. So they were after something here, not good for you, right? Yeah, they're bad people.
Yes.
Beings.
And
Yeah.
anyone trying to break into here is probably not up to good. This is generally a positive place with a good amount of positive energy. Kind of like a positive chi, some call it. Like, most energy in this world does not take a flavor like that. But in this place, it does have kind of a positive to those who can detect such things. And y'all are decked out in all kinds of gear, so I imagine y'all up to all kinds of capabilities.
Yes.
But we do have a smaller forge over this way where you can get some setup. There will be a mess. The mess hall is relatively low cost. We like to keep things, and if you're unable to afford the meals, they just ask for what you need. But y'all seem like you're probably pretty okay.
Yes. Thank you for your hospitality.
We do try here. It's been a bit dangerous around these parts recently. A little more than normal, but
We saw. Do you know about the zombies
zombies?
by the
Big tunnel?
military? It looks like an old
Oh
military.
yeah, we just avoid that place. That has some bad feelings to it.
The zombies don't seem to leave, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're all kind of kept in that tunnel, so I figure whoever told them to stay there hasn't given them new orders.
So either they're still there. Or they fell asleep.
Yeah, it's been on my to-do list,
Mm-hmm.
but it's, as far as priorities go, something that is not an actual bleeding wound is, a bit low.
Makes sense.
I keep meaning to mention it to someone, maybe put in some money. But I don't know.
Anything else weird going on?
Well, a lot of people have been pilgrims headed here have been going missing, but
That is why we were sent your way
Mm-hmm.
by the sheriff. Do you know the sheriff?
The sheriff.
I've heard of the sheriff. He's occasionally sent people my way. I have never met the gentleman.
Do you think that all the travelers were being lost in the zombie tunnel? I have
No.
a feeling. No.
Getting to the zombie tunnel is kind of difficult. Like, how did y'all manage it?
We have a giant robot spider.
Okay, well, yes.
That'll do it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but not that common of a thing that many people have up towards this way. We do have all kinds of flying things, but then we also have flying things that like to eat mechanical things.
Maybe they got stuck then in the cave system that we were in.
Oh, okay.
What is the common route here? Like, which way would they have come? And maybe if we could search that way.
Well, the winding path up is dangerous, but we try to patrol it as best we can. But, most of these people ain't got more than a gun and a good heart to their names. But we are in basically in the bottom part of the Testament Barony, the Barony of Testament, the Colorado Baronies. So a lot of people come through there and then make their way through the ruins of Colorado Springs below. Yes, where is Testament? There's Wilmington. Yes, the Colorado Baronies, we try to keep a decent amount of people. It's mostly pretty good literacy rate around here, to be honest. Like a third of people you find are going to be pretty educated and doing okay. And Baron Mendoza is a good man at heart, I believe. So we have a good relation with the City of Testament, which is somewhere around here. But dangerous people come through from time to time. Generally, we keep them out of the shrine area. Yeah. But if you're looking to help, we could use it. Never turn away a helping hand.
We will do what we can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, you opened up that hole, which kind of needed to be done, and we knew something was coming, but we didn't know what. And I'm just glad it was not what it could have been. I believe that's the closest anyone's ever gotten to bringing any kind of force of evil things through. But from what Shan said, those down in those tunnels behind you, there was some problematic stuff that you had removed.
Do you know what they would want?
There are things here that keep this place relatively safe. One of those things is me. I have suspicions about some of the other things, but I'm not inclined to tell you much about them.
Okay. Do any of these things have to do with the ability to go from one dimension to another, because they're from a different dimension and they're trying to break in through here?
Are there things in the Sunshine that they might want?
Well, yes. There are many treasures in the shrine. most of them are more spiritual and metaphysical treasures. There's much to be found in the shrine in the way of one's heart and mind. But there are also other things which could be construed of some financial value to others, or potentially powerful and dangerous.
That's probably what they would be after. I don't think they're after money.
No, they don't need money. They got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had like any real interaction with them besides that? No, right? That was the only thing that they were trying to get. They were getting close through the caves.
Yeah, we through predictive powers, we one of my good friends is what they call a gray seer, who
Okay.
are powerful diviners of dangers and other problems, very unable to perform much, but occasionally
Okay.
have an insight clear enough that it can be acted upon, which I do appreciate them bringing me that help. But yes.
So you guys haven't had any real interaction with these forces?
Well, every now and then we do get a couple of vampires who believe that they can do something to control this place, and we disabuse them of that fact very rapidly. About a decade ago, we had a group of, I would say, are you familiar with the Splugorths?
I've only heard stories of them.
They're not good. Some of their minions came by, and we let them know that this is not an area that they are welcome in, which is general policy for the entire Barony of Testament.
Have you
and
seen
any people who prefer to not be ruled over by tyrannical beings?
I can't remember. When I arrived, I was so excited. I seem to have forgotten. But did you mention that you've seen any kind of mercenary with a blue sword?
I had not.
Okay.
But I believe the young lady was saying something before she took to.
Yeah, she had seen him.
She was somewhat familiar with the what was that name you said? Zarian. Zarian.
Yeah.
Yes. Zarian. There's
Zarian.
Zarian. So
do you want to sound it out?
I am sounding it out.
He's fine, kid.
Yeah, but mercenaries make their way around.
Okay.
Colorado Springs has some hidden treasures in it, people say. People say there is a legendary site in there called something. People believe that there is something of value in this area called the Garden of the Gods, but I have not found it, and I have not looked for it.
We heard that was someplace else. Do you know anything about like a crystal cave or a mirrored cave? Really, it's a mirrored cave.
I've heard of them.
They appear.
What is it about them you're trying to find out?
The Nightlords like to use them because they can travel through mirrors. And apparently I was found in one of them when I was a kid, and then someone that we dealt with back east found a book there. From what we've learned, is a Nightlord prince over here, and so yeah, they're
well. I can't say I'm aware of any mirrored caves at the present. I had heard rumors that there had been one here decades ago in the Horns, but I had not heard of them being connected to a dark, bad place. I only know that sometimes things would show up in them.
Right.
But I have been in one mirrored cave once. What I found there, I tell you, was not my favorite thing to find, but
May I ask what you found?
just a bunch of people who seemed to have been in a big fight. And everything they had with them was destroyed.
Okay. Have you seen any sort of weird individuals? Maybe they're wearing sunglasses, but they are really made of paper mache and have a bug in them?
That'd be a new one to me.
Okay.
You'd probably notice them. They're really like kind of weird.
Any issues with doppelgangers?
I have not seen any of the Starface people around. I haven't seen any. We haven't had an issue with clones, but people tend not to live here long. Besides the forces and the couple of cowboys that train here sometimes.
That's probably good though.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen any people being body snatched, brain replaced kind of thing.
Okay.
But
So
since
it's
y'all, yeah.
so it seems as though they were either after you or something that's here that would help them power wise.
Well, if they're trying to come here for me, they're more than welcome to test it at any time. I ain't too worried about that. But, you know, I do appreciate the heads up on the stuff that I might be looking for. And y'all seem like good people, but you know, I ain't exactly about to turn over the keys to the kingdom to you.
No, don't. That's
Well,
too much for us right now.
do you all need y'all take some rest, spend some time, and when you've rested up, I can give you some advice on where maybe to head next. And if you clarify what you're looking for, if you're looking for a mirror cave, I could see if I could scrounge up some information on one.
Yes, but then we also want to help find the people who are going missing. So we're here for like both reasons.
Oh, well, I do appreciate that. All right. Well, just go down that way, that path there, and go around the blue building and tell them that I said that you just need a place to rest up for like a day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm gonna on our way look around and see if there's anything that they need like repaired or helped with.
Roll me
got the big hole.
a masonry check to help repair the wall.
The wall that
That
the
we
wall that I
broke.
broke.
Yep.
Well, let me see what my masonry is. It's not bad. Let's give it a roll. 54 out of 60.
Yes, you do a good job of helping them replace the bricks. It turns out they used local sandstone, and so they have plenty of chunks locally.
Is
That's not too
there
hard for them to
anything?
get.
This is the wall that the forces of evil were trying to break into, right?
Yes, it
Eventually, they were
seems that
digging
they've
their
been-
way to here.
Yes.
Is there anything I can do to reinforce that? What little I can do, you know, besides, because I don't know if I want to cave in the tunnel that we came in through, right? Because people are going to come through there.
Why would they come through there? You
I
were
don't
the
know.
only.
I think I've
If
just
you want to
confused
head
myself.
back out to where the tarantula was,
Yeah, we
Okay.
parked back there.
he'll also help you get the tarantula, or send some people to help you get the tarantula out.
Okay, so let's get the tarantula out, and then the tunnel that all of the monsters were doing. Could
Yeah.
I
Collapse it?
help them collapse that?
Absolutely.
Cool. I want to do that. That way, if they start again, they'll have to start all over again. Which good, fuck them. Cool. All right, that's what I'm gonna do with my spare time. Other than that, I'm gonna rest and repair. Can I repair my equipment and anybody else's armor?
Yes, just give me a roll on your. Do you have armor?
I have general repair.
Field
I also
armor?
have. I have vehicle armor.
That'll work.
And I have blacksmithing.
Give me the vehicle.
But I don't
armor.
know if every give you what vehicle armor.
Yeah, same skill but on a different scale. You can handle this. And
Yes.
anyone who has more high-tech armor,
46.
Greeks can assist with any of the electronics that might have gotten shorted or any of the wiring, that kind of thing.
I got a 46 out of 55, but I want to get us all back up to 100%. Just in case.
Everyone can restore up to, let's say, 90%. Oh, 90 is generous. 75% of their MDC that they're down. So if you're down 100 points, you get 75. If you're down 10, you get 7. 8. Let's round up.
Not vehicles, though, right?
Not the vehicle, though. Not right now. There's not enough of the materials here. This place does not have a lot of raw materials, but they do say that if you head kind of down into the barony more, you'll be able to find... what is that? That's actually... If you head up north towards Actual Testament, you can get good things. And if you head up to Charity, which is actually physically closer, has lower magic, but more kind of physical stuff. So you can find materials there if you need it. But that'll take like a day or two to get that all together and repair some stuff. Oh, there it is. Which one is it? Charity. Population of Charity. Charity is a much rougher city. It's... When you talk about Charity, people go, Charity, yeah. It's very... Things get a little expensive there. And it's... You gotta kind of mind your P's and Q's around the people in power there. It's not the most welcoming of places. There we go. But you get settled in among the other forces here. There's a couple of cowboys. You see a couple of them with a badge. You see 2 of them with badges that say Justice Rangers, which are
my cowboy hat to them.
They nod at you. Both of them are carrying a number of weapons, of high-powered pistols, and each of them has a rifle on their back as well. There's people of all kinds here. There's a couple of straight-up DBs of different types, ones that you've seen before, ones you haven't seen too much of. There's an ape man. There's... Oh boy. This is when my brain blanks out. There is a parrot person who is speaking Spanish to one person and then like American to another. And it's a big there's a big common area here with like a couple of kids around and someone's like reading to the kids. And when you all come in, people are welcoming but a little suspicious.
What's the food situation?
The food situation is kind of like a bit of a buffet line, like with a thing of eggs in one of the chafing dishes. Like there's a chafing dish with meat products. There's a chafing dish with like egg thing. There's one with like stewed vegetables. There's a pot of stew.
So you had me at eggs and meat. That is what I will get.
Those are a little rubbery, both of them. Similarly rubbery.
That's okay. Just got to work for my meal. That's all right.
Yep.
So I get that, and I sit down, and I want to listen to these stories that they're telling. But
Uh,
mostly I'm eating, and maybe falling asleep.
you can hear a couple of old guys talking about how they used to be real important miners up near Silverado, how they were the only ones working the mine, how they basically single-handedly mined out that whole place themselves. And how it just ain't the same as it used to be. Silverado, and they say that, like, one of them mentions the beautiful woman in charge of it, and they say, man, it's like she just keeps getting younger. It's like, oh, that's just your memory. And they talk a bit about people they used to know and a couple of people who they lost in the mine. And there
And
is
they're
like
telling
beers
kids
here.
this?
No,
This is
they're
like
not
the
telling kids
stories-
this. They're
Oh,
just
okay.
chatting amongst themselves. A couple of old timers hanging out.
Oh, okay.
Have a couple of beers. There is beer here. There's not like a huge. There is the beer. There is not like a huge array of things, and they are chit chatting about that. Their past and whatnot. There's the two Justice Rangers are kind of keeping to themselves, talking quietly. They look like they've been in a fight recently. And
Could I eyeball one of those fellas?
yeah,
I would like to eyeball that fella. It's decently high. Nope. 73 out of 68.
all right. Justice Rangers carry big guns.
They got some big
And
guns.
They have badges. They have the same badge and coat as each other. So clearly, there's at least two of them, if not more.
And they are good guys on a team.
They think they're the good guys on a team.
Okay.
And yeah, you
Good
don't
enough for
see
me.
many people using magic here. You see a couple of people with, like, one of the kids is teaching another kid how to, like, play dice with his brain. Minor psionic talents of telekinesis.
I don't think you could teach that. That sounds like a thing you got to be born with. But more power to them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Both of them seem to be doing it okay. One's clearly
they
more
both have
experienced.
psionics, okay.
Yeah, one of them's more
Okay.
experienced than the others. There's not a lot of Borg or cybernetics here, you see. One of the Justice Rangers does have, like, a cybernetic hand. And there's a couple of people have basic prosthetics. A couple of the kids have, like, a very basic prosthetic, because anything more advanced they'd outgrow pretty quickly. Yeah, but people here, their way of dress is very simple here. You can tell that they can make clothes on site, but they don't have anything like mass production or that kind of thing in the area. But goods do seem to be mostly hand-me-down here. This place does seem to operate on kind of a charity model.
Are we all together?
Yeah, unless you have all split up, you can all be together.
Yeah, we're all together.
What do you guys think we should do now? We're gonna help these guys with their problem. And then where do we go?
Well, there's the looking for the missing pilgrims in the cave.
Well, we were just in that cave, weren't we? Didn't we just go through that
The
cave?
mirror cave.
Oh, right. We didn't found that yet, huh? All right. Did he tell us where the mirror cave is?
No.
No, nobody knows where it is, right?
He said he'd try to find out, but it might take a day.
Okay. All right. So in the meantime, we can help him with his other thing. Okay. Okay. How are you guys feeling?
Like, I just want to eat and go to bed.
Yeah. Also, I'm also worried about leaving Beatrix in here, up there with them. What if the Nightbane comes back?
Oh, Starissa and Jeddah have gone to talk about something.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is wandered off.
Yeah.
Well, if the Nightbane, I mean, this place seems to be able to handle itself if the Nightbane comes back. Is that what you mean? If they come to attack the town?
Well, she's already inside, so then she can. Can't that Langbane just come back?
Oh, you mean her Nightbane?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the night monsters. Sometimes I get those two confused because they got night in the name. No offense, Freya. And Rohan. Can Rohan hear me? Or is that sort of a...
Yes.
Okay, sorry,
He-
Rohan. Yeah, maybe we should keep an eye on her.
It's all right.
Maybe Freya, would you want to hang out with her?
I think they're keeping an eye on her right now.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
It did seem like they were welcoming and in a protective mode, but you did see them taking her towards a different area than they sent all of you.
I mean, hopefully if she like badgers out, they'll know what to do about it. I don't know. Without killing her would be good. I don't even know if you guys can die. That might not be a thing that you can do.
I just say we let her rest and figure it out tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's people of all kinds around here. It seems like a small city is basically built around this shrine, and the walls of this shrine, from looking at some of the old pictures of it that are around, have clearly been rebuilt further out to accommodate more people inside. To the point where it's basically a couple of streets, like a small neighborhood worth of people in here. There doesn't seem too many people selling things, but there is like a quartermaster who, like, if you need provisions, you're told, like, whatever you need, the quartermaster can supply you. If you need any kind of things for the I forget. If you need any kind of things for like the night, if you need a place to shower or, clean up, there's like a common toilet area. It's like a kind of dorm life in a way. And there's a lot of people around who are like, every person you see kind of looks at you a little bit, but like is ultimately welcoming. And you kind of get the impression the entirety of the New West defaults to suspicious of others. Like, even in a place where there's positive energy, there is also, fear and suspicion.
Well, I don't know if there's anything you guys want to do, but I'm ready to go to bed and tackle this thing.
Yep.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Do we heal up? Was my actual HP or my SDC or something was lower?
you can regain 2d6 HP, I believe. I could look it up, but I'm just going to say 2d6 HP. And you can reset your your SDC, up to max.
Okay.
HP takes longer to heal in my brain. It's been so long since I looked at those rules that I do not have them memorized. Oh, that's what I wanted.
Works for me.
I was looking at a table of contents for something that I had thought was a different name, but I found the real name of it. There it is.
Peppermint, is there anything you can help me do to make my body not hurt more?
Yes, I can.
It's just if something punches my armor's really good, but if something gets through my armor,
I guess. How hurt are you? How hurt is he? Is the
not
question.
super. I'm feeling pretty good, but like my ribs hurt a little bit.
You're a little
it's like
sore.
inside stuff. I'm sore. It kind of sucks, but it's
Numerically,
not
how
too
far are you down?
bad. I'm at 19 out of 23 HP.
Okay.
And what's your SDC down? Oh wait, no, you said the heal.
SDC is back up to 41.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm good.
I can do a light healing spell and try to get you back.
Oh, another thing you do notice here that there is no like disease. No one here feels diseased.
Huh.
And in towns like this, that is a bit of a thing. Like in the other Western towns, you have seen people who are a bit sick, but you see absolutely no one here with an infection or any major illnesses.
There's a ton of fluoride in their water.
I cast light healing, and I rolled a 4 on the D4, so you get
Nice.
4 HP back.
Also, you pretty much immediately
That
regenerate
literally is
the
back up to full.
PPE.
That's exactly what I needed.
Yeah, your PPE comes back super quick.
My PP. Oh, because we're on a landline. I mean a ley line.
Yeah, you have a direct
It's a
Ethernet
landline.
connection to Magic. You're hardwired in. None of this Wi-Fi. All right, so you are starting to relax for the evening when Greeks your tablet bings, and it says message from Sissim.
What is it?
The message is, "Where are we? Something interesting around here."
We are in the shrine, Will Rogers Shrine of the Sun, or near it.
It's now become like a text message conversation. There's an energy around here that I am interested in. It seems to be coming from the tall building. Something is resonating with me.
Well, there are many treasures in there, but we don't have permission to enter.
User permissions are limited here.
That's correct.
Is there a way to expand user permissions?
I could inquire in the morning.
What should I distract myself with?
Music.
I have acquired music recently. It is interesting that people assign such emotional value to vibrational frequencies and strings and numbers in an array that is often considered more pleasing than others, but I have yet to figure why the greater value of some. However, when all the frequency vibrations are on similar wavelengths and none create a discordant resonance, that I understand. Discordant noises, displeasing mathematically. though a good source for random points, should you be looking to create such a thing. What is the most pleasing music?
Yeah, that's a matter of personal taste.
Also taste. I don't understand this yet. Chemical receptors I understand, but taste is less logical than dissonant music. Most of it's hydrogen and carbon and oxygen. I don't see the
Sample more frequencies to
experience,
yes.
but they are never all in perfect order. This low-level background dissonance is something people live with.
Yep.
Okay. Do they seek to order these
Manage to
dissonant values?
tune it out.
Prioritization, yes. Is magic prioritization on a different harmonic? This I shall think on. Yes, this will distract me until the morning. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who does everybody eventually go to sleep? All right.
Yeah.
Kid, what do you dream about?
Does this need to be something specific?
No, but what is on kid's mind that his brain would be processing?
Wenra.
Okay.
He's worried that she's like stuck, that she can't escape. And she's worried that Zarian is hurting her.
You've had similar dreams that turn to like nightmares, but here they're not nightmares. It's a little more calmer. They're the same dream, but nothing feels overwhelming. Nothing feels harmful in your dream. And the more you dream about Runra while here, the more you start to see the dragon staring back at you when she looks at you. The dragon who spoke to you at the Garden of the Gods.
Does she say anything?
She mouths words, but you aren't making them out. You know she's saying something, but you also know that you don't understand it and can't understand it.
He's probably just yelling at her to like, let me help you. You know what I mean? Like, where are you? How can I help you?
As you yell, there is very little to the sound that kid makes in the dreams. Peppermint, where do your dreams head?
I think Peppermint is in the like dreams about like she's in the woods outside of Old Bones.
Gotcha. When you're dreaming of that, everything is similar, and you know that's where you are, but it also looks immediately like the kind of conifers and things that you're currently around too. You've been This place is very mountainous, so you're getting more of a mountain, like a well-forested mountain, and you know that you're here in that dream as well. That the nature there is connected to the nature here in your brain. As you are in the forest, you kind of get the feeling that someone is looking for you, and that someone is ahead of you that you are not exactly looking for, but if you keep going, you'll catch up to them. Again, it's a pleasant, it's not like a alarming dream. There's a subtleness to it that you're magically attuned enough to know that this place would be difficult to have actual nightmares in. And as you look up into the sky above the trees, you see the rush of scales fading, racing through in a winding pattern. But you can't really make out anything up above. Freya, what is your dream? What's on Freya's mind?
Well, Freya tries to sort of tap into Rohan and the feeling of flying, but it doesn't work this time because she can't help but go back to the idea of being found in the mirrored cave.
Your dreams turn to the caves and into echoes. And it's kind of like running through a house of mirrors, except sometimes you are Rohan when you're doing it. More often than not, you're Freya while you're doing this running, but every now and then you are just Rohan. As you look, you see yourself as both at different points. At one point, you stop and different mirrors show you as both beings. The separation and distant voice of Rohan in your dream comes in and out like a radio trying to find tuning. And also, there is some kind of dark hiss in the distance. Some kind of deep unpleasantness that drips from a blade. Off the edge of Rohan's sword, it drips like poison. But before it hits the ground, it evaporates. You see rush past you a greenish-blue reflection with incredible speed, winding through the same mirrored caverns that you're in currently. The poison fades and is contained. Greeks, do you often dream?
Not too often.
What has been on Greeks' mind as of late that their brain would be processing?
Tier gigs and yeah, just tier gigs.
You're putting together images of Tyrgix from the past along with the kind of images of him that you saw recently. And there's a solidness to the former images that isn't matched in the newer images. It's as though Tyrgix lost a frame per second, but just one. Your brain reaches out without you thinking too much about it. And you see Tyrgix at a computer, putting something on the screen and then turning and assembling pieces. The place is dark. You can't see exactly where. But the door opens up to the room that Tyrgix is building this thing in. And outside you see the sky is red. Starissa and Jeddah also dream. The morning comes. There's a lot of noise in the morning. This is not a place, like most of the sleeping is done in like a series of dorm room type things where there's a couple of people in a room and there's like thin walls between most of it. So it doesn't take long before everyone is, somewhat woken up by the sound of things moving. And then early in the morning, you start to hear the sound of practice firing from the range. You all can assemble for a breakfast, and after you do, someone says, Will would like a word with you when you're ready. He's got a roping class right now, but he'll be done with that probably in the next hour. So if you just mosey on over, you'll find him there then. This is a person with a mustache, like short, flat hair, and a couple of tattoos and kind of pointy ears.
Did you hear that, kid? You get to mosey today.
I was born to mosey.
You do know that just means walking kind of easily, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Don't call me sir, thank you.
Yes, partner, I do.
Just call me friend.
Yeah, that's also good. Yes, friend.
Thank you.
Let's mosey. And I walk bow-legged.
One of the Justice Rangers comes up and says, "Did you hit yourself in the balls?"
Sure did. Friend. And I look at him like as if he's supposed to know. And then I keep going. My little spurs making noise.
Hey, you ever been down towards San Antonio?
I completely changed my demeanor back to normal when he has was I? Kevin, that again?
No, right? When have you ever been to Texas?
No.
Okay.
My dad might have been down that way though.
Who's your dad?
Frank Kidd. He's looks like me, but he's taller. Makes terrible jokes, but really good food. Apparently, he was kind of good with a gun.
You said Frank Kidd?
Yeah.
Where's your dad now?
Well, he's in the town I was born in. I don't know if I can say the town's name anymore because yeah, I'm in this whole like the world's gonna end thing, and I like can't talk to anybody, and now I'm super confused. My mom's like 6,000 years old apparently. It's a whole it's been crazy. So I don't know if I can tell you the name of my town, but I can tell you he's married to a blacksmith, one of the best blacksmiths around.
Around where? Here?
No. What's this? What's the state that I live in?
It used to be called Ohio.
So I live out in Ohio, really small town. Like
in the Magic Zone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's really hard to find my town, but yeah, I live out in the magic zone.
Well, you tell your dad you met Yoder Tucker and see how he responds to that.
Yoder Tucker?
Tuckerton.
Oh, were you guys friends?
Probably not.
Oh, were you guys like our travels?
I've never heard of your father.
Oh, okay.
As
Then
far
how
as
would
I
he know
know.
your name?
If he knows my name, then there's a reason he knows it. And I want you to know.
You want him to know that you know that I know.
Yep.
Cool. Well, it's nice to meet you. My name's Kid. Krogahel Kid, actually. But you know, everyone just calls me Kid.
Travel safe, kid.
Thanks. You too, Tuckerton.
Ranger Tucker.
Ranger Tuckerton. Hey,
That
do you
puts
know the
his-
sheriff?
Gonna have to be more specific.
Nope, it can't be. His name is the sheriff.
I haven't met anyone going by that handle. They
What town does he
dangerous?
live in, Fred?
Last you saw him was
Is ours no?
you weren't in Arsno. Were you?
I thought we were in Arsno. I thought that's where we saw him. That or maybe Colorado. I mean, not Colorado,
Oh,
Denver.
Carson?
Yeah, Carson.
Oh,
Carson, Colorado.
Carson.
Yeah.
Carson.
Yeah, y'all
Carson.
didn't make it down to Arsno. Arsno has
Okay.
some very specific things going on in there.
Yeah, he lives down in Carson. Would you say is he dangerous? Yeah, but probably like for good guy, you know, only be dangerous to bad guys. I think seems like a nice dude.
All right then.
All right, we'll see you. And then I go back to walking bow-legged out the door, like a cowboy. Where are we going? I get outside and I go.
You get outside.
I don't
and
remember where we're going.
yeah. Y'all get directions towards the stables area
We get to ride horses.
where you see Will Rogers is doing rope tricks. Just like using it like makes a lasso loop and then uses it like a jump rope for a while.
Does he just do this for fun? Just constantly,
Yes,
ambiently, always swinging a lasso in some way,
pretty
shape, or
much.
form?
Like the way a
Okay.
magician is always has a deck of cards in hand.
Like fucking with their hand. Yeah. Okay.
He shows
gotta
people a
get me
couple
one
of
of those.
tricks, gives a couple of the basics to a couple of people, and there's a couple of hogs that he has them like lasso and catch, and then he goes over and pets the hogs like they're his puppies, and he goes, "All right, thank you everybody. See you next time. To work on them throws." All right. Oh, hello, y'all. So I was having a thought last night about how y'all could help around here, and you said you were interested in looking to where some people gone missing.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I had heard a rumor we were gonna have some people come up off of what used to be old Highway 25, but they never did arrive from the Pueblo area. So I was thinking, if you head down towards Pueblo and then get to Pueblo and head on back. I don't think there's anything too specific left in Pueblo, and I believe there is a lot of ghosts in that area. But if you could see any signs of travelers, that could be helpful.
All right.
Okay.
That is a good amount of the way south from where you are.
So we're
Since,
looking for people in between here and Pueblo, or we're looking for people in Pueblo?
If Pueblo is actually only about 30 miles, but the road is not, existent anymore.
Right.
And hover vehicles and the like have been known to clog up in the dust if you go too quick. So I expect you to take probably at least half a day to accomplish this. I do not expect a rush job. If you are capable of air flat, that would be quick. But I don't know if you want to put yourselves at that kind of risk. There's a lot of things that see flying things as an opportunity for a quick lunch.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, we'll stay low to the ground.
Yeah, in that area, there is a Thunderbird that's kind of territorial. So I would stay under the cloud layer.
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
Yes.
Is that what I think it is? Like
A
a
giant
bird?
bird made of lightning and thunder. It's an ancient
That-
spirit of the land.
That is terrifying. Okay.
It is.
Yep.
Very
It
focused.
is. Okay.
But distractible. It's hard to explain. Don't try to have a conversation with it.
We will stay
see
away
it.
from it.
But as I said, if you stay out the cloud layers, you should be fine.
Okay.
Um,
Let's do it.
has Beatrice broken up or?
Beatrice is still here. And I'm keeping an eye on her. If you'd like to talk to her when you come back, we can arrange a conversation. Beatrice keeps pretending to be asleep, so I'm gonna wait till they choose to wake up to talk. But after I have a
Seems-
chat with them,
Yeah. Thank you.
well, travel safe. If there's any
Question:
supplies
Do
you
we?
need,
Question: Do we have our tarantula again?
yes, you've got your tarantula back. They don't have any spare parts for it. But it is still the same junker it was before.
Oh, excellent. So
Great.
It doesn't
Just-
seem to have taken more damage.
okay, that's all we need.
All right. So, you begin out on the road. Starissa joins you and says that Jeddah was going to stay behind in case Jeddah wanted to talk to Will Rogers about something, but wouldn't say what. But she thinks she's really, really interested in learning rope tricks herself.
Yeah, I gotta get like a magic lasso or something. That would be.
Oh,
pretty
he wasn't
cool.
using magic, she says.
I know I would need to though, because I feel like that would take a long time to learn.
Probably.
Yeah, I just want to do cool stuff like right now. I think that'd be cool.
I'm not paying for it.
I would pay for it. I still got pots and pans to sell. I'm making them whenever I have time.
As you
You
all
can
move
trade
down,
pots and pans for lessons.
that's what Kid's
Just
been
for a
trying to do
magic
the whole
lasso.
time.
I don't want lessons because that'll take forever. I just want a magic lasso that'll do the thing.
You can't get one of those here. You travel down kind of southwest towards the ruins of Pueblo. It's slow going, but it's mostly open terrain once you hit the kind of more desertish side of it. And it's not long before you come across something buried or half buried in a part of the just off the side of what looks to be an old highway section. And it looks like a giant sandstorm may have kicked up, and you see reaching out a kind of taloned hand with golden scales that has been kind of stripped to the bone. reaching out of one of the dunes.
We go right towards that. Straight towards it. That definitely looks like something we need to bother. I am kidding. Nope. I want to stay as far away from whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
It's like a bird's foot, you said, coming out of the sand?
Like a taloned claw, but like a little larger than human sized, maybe?
I don't need that.
It's a bird, not a dragon, right? It's a bird.
It's a claw.
A claw?
If you'd have to get closer to look.
Wait, it's human sized?
Yes.
Like a human hand?
But
With
with
the bird
talons
hit.
and kind of scales on it.
Oh, okay.
Like if a chicken leg was a hand.
Is it moving?
No, it looks like it's been there a long time. Or maybe not that long.
Should I poke it with my hammer? I'll go poke it with my hammer.
No,
Give it a
don't
little
go out.
poke.
Don't go out yet.
Look at the tarantula.
Oh yeah, we just poke it with the tarantula foot.
You get down off the section of highway you were on. Hold on. No, not one of those. Oh, that's what I wanted to look up. Anyway, you get down out of the section you were on and of highway that you had been walking on. And you see that it looks like a bit of a canyon, but there's no water in it. And as the legs of the tarantula get into the sand, they shift down a bit through the sand. The sand here doesn't seem to be thick enough to walk on. And once the tarantula is about 10 feet off the road, the sand starts to pull at the base of the tarantula.
Oh no.
And as the tarantula gets kind of mired, the sand starts wrapping up around the legs, pulling down on the tarantula. And it looks like kind of the sand starts standing up.
Can we shoot it with? Does this thing have guns?
Got one gun.
And
That's the
inside, as it stands up, you see in it that there is, as it starts to stand, it looks to be about maybe 10 foot tall and then 15 foot tall,
Great.
being made of sand, inside of which is the bones of at least 6 people.
That is fucking cool.
Oh gosh.
And that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh, fucking cool. It's like that Pokemon, that sandcastle.
A bit.
Well, that sandcastle is apparently full of bones. You know their lore is always fucked up. It's like full of like children's bones or some insane shit. I love it.
Yep.
Oh, this is cool.
All right. So that's where we're going to take our break. We're going to try to keep it pretty short. I also don't want to run super late tonight, so 5-10 minutes at most. We'll try to be back.
All right.
All right. Enjoy
kill a
the
sand
art and
monster.
the music, and we'll see you then.
See you soon.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
All right. So the group got talked to Will Rogers, who recommended they go look down towards the city or ruins of Pueblo, and headed out and got their crawler stuck in some sand that suddenly stood up with corpses in it. But before then, back when we first got to Will Rogers, Starissa was taken aside by Will. And he says, young miss.
Yeah.
Can we talk privately a moment?
Sure.
Okay, just come over here. You'll still be within sight of others.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not really afraid of you or anything.
No, there's no need to be. Though, as you walk over, you do feel like a snap of magic as you are suddenly no longer hearing things in the distance. This is just for privacy. I just want to let you know you're safe here. And if you
Okay.
need a spot or a place to be, I can provide that for you. While you're here. But I want you to know I'm aware of you and I'm not threatened by you.
Okay.
Me saying I'm aware of you and not threatened by you, I can tell you haven't been around many. It's kind of a peaceful without being exposing your belly. If you understand my get.
She looks down at her navel. I think I get it.
All right. But yes, you're safe here, so.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. He does that, and the bubble snaps pretty quick, and he goes back to what y'all were doing yesterday.
I like your fancy clothes.
Oh, thank you. I like your getup too. It is very, your boots and your shorts and your crop top is quite a look. I mean, I don't have the
Yeah.
courage to pull it off myself.
Well, maybe someday.
I don't know. I just think the Will Rogers look is a bit more my style.
No, it is. You wouldn't want my style because that's me.
Yeah. Well, with that kind of confidence, you can pull off whatever you wear.
Yes, I can. I finger gun him back.
When he goes, oh, and he holsters his finger guns next to his real gun. Through the night, Starissa has a dream as well. Starissa, what is on Starissa's mind?
At first, her dream starts out where the whole team is threatened by a giant chocolate cake, and they're getting beat up, and she shows up, and she stands in front of it. She goes, "Stand back, friends. I'm here to protect you." And she gets all heroic stance looking, and she's like, "I'll take care of this creature." And she turns into a dragon and starts eating it. It's like, I can get chocolate cake.
The whole time the monster's like, no, my deliciousness is too powerful for you. How are you defeating me?
I have an ironclad stomach.
No. Yeah. And the dream is never like dire at any point.
No.
It's a calm dream, and overhead you hear a rustle of scales and a zigzag of wind fly past. And it's calming.
Okay. I look around. Clown pants? Is that you?
You know it's not.
Okay. Still a little nervous, as calm as it is. Just.
Yeah.
Okay.
but your dream quickly subsides and sleep. Freya was gonna share a room with you, or not Freya? I meant Jeddah.
Yes.
But Jeddah kind of wandered off to do a thing,
Not surprising.
leaving you a whole large area to yourself
Okay.
to stretch out in.
Yes, and I do.
Gotcha. In the morning, you are given your mission. You all come down on the giant tarantula-legged robot going down Route 20, the ruins of Route 25, till you come to about 3 miles north of Pueblo, a giant gap in the sand, which has suddenly stood up to about 15, 20 feet tall. It kind of changes, and there are corpses inside of it, including the corpse of what looks to be some kind of bird knight. I don't know if any of you have met a Linsriel. I may have put one in the game previously. I do not remember.
Did we meet them in the old game? Are they the
The four-armed eagle-faced warriors?
Yeah. Yep.
It puts the breastplate of the Linsriel in where its own chest is.
Awesome.
And the kind of bones of it are just visible underneath, like barely poking out of the sand that makes up its form.
Can I ask you a question, Kevin?
Yes.
Can I see it, like through the windshield of the thing?
Yes. And it is also kind of like you're in it, and it is kind of like standing up.
But right. Oh, because it's big as hell.
Yes.
Could I eyeball this fella?
No.
Okay, then can I just ask you?
Oh, yes, you can eyeball a fella. He's dead.
Oh, no,
that
the
fella
sand.
is dead. The sand is not a fella. The sand is not a thing you can eyeball.
Then can I ask you, by its general demeanor, does it seem friendly?
Being full of corpses and the fact that it pulled you in and down.
Yes.
And it seems to be balling up part of its sand.
Yes.
Take what you will.
Kid goes, maybe it's friendly.
No, this is what's been eating everyone.
And it wails once on the tarantula. Yeah.
Oh, you mean it's been killing all the travelers?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that does make sense. That does make sense.
Oh, Lord.
All right, so what are we doing? Do you want me to get out and start hitting it with? It's made of sand. I don't know. I don't know if my hammer's gonna do anything.
You can jump back. It says
Can we? Is there any way for us to use the tarantula to get out of?
Okay, this is going to be a piloting check at a -20 for Greeks, who I believe is your pilot.
I would assume.
I would assume too, because Greeks gets bonus to piloting whatever they pilot.
Is there anything we can do to help make that better?
Nope.
Yikes.
There is really not. It's like being inside of a car. Only one of you can drive.
I just give him positive reinforcement. You got this, Greeks.
So go ahead and give me that roll.
53.
Under.
What kind of pilot is this?
Whatever your highest piloting is. Oh, do you have robot piloting?
Yeah.
Okay.
92.
Okay, yeah. Piloting skills tend to be high for you. So you do manage to get enough of a grab to get most of it out. It's no longer sinking down. You push down till it hits the bottom of something and then trigger some of the thrusters and move it to the side to where you are no longer currently entangled by this thing. But you can see that as it starts to pull itself more together, there's about another 5 feet tall of it gathers up.
What's the shape that's forming?
It's roughly a humanoid shape.
So it's like Sandman.
Yes. It does not really have a face, but it does actually, much like in The Mummy, the sandstorm of it starts to form a angry-looking mouth except a little more like a skull.
Are there guns on this thing?
Yes,
Yes.
there's at least one. Or y'all could get out. All right, so let's go ahead and do initiatives real quick.
I am gonna get out. My initiative is never going higher than 0. Never. It's still 0. It's always been 0.
Yeah,
And
let's
I
take
kind of
some
love it. I kind of love it.
I rolled
Take
an 8.
juggling. You'll get a +1.
I got a 2. I fell down.
All right, anyone get higher than 20?
I did. Got 22.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
1918, 1716, 1514.
Rohan got 14.
All right, so Greeks then Rohan.
Me and you, Peppermint. Leading the
Well,
rear.
Freya got an 8. So
Oh.
13, 12, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8 was
Freya.
And Peppermint.
Freya, Peppermint, Kid. All right, I think that's all of you. All right, Starissa, you are inside the tarantula.
Are there windows?
There is a giant view window out front.
Okay. I'm gonna try to teleport out above it.
Do you have a percentage for teleport, or
Yes.
I forget
it's
your
not
rules
a
for
great
teleport?
one. Yes, I have a percentage. Let's see. It is. Ooh, it went up.
Goes up by level at a
Yeah,
decent clip, I remember.
I wrote it down here. Shoot. 40%.
Okay.
Ooh. 13.
Oh, nice. You successfully teleport into the air above it.
Okay. And then
What does it look like when you teleport? You just stop being one place and are suddenly another, or is there like a?
it's kind of like there's like a sucking in effect of the light, and it looks like I get sucked in and just kind of pop, and it makes a big pop noise.
Gotcha. When Bonsiphus does it, there is confetti.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, but that is a little more intense than. Yeah. So you are above it. Would you like to use a second action?
Yeah, I can see the tarantula now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Does there seem to be like a body part that I could attack?
I mean, it is all body at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna test the waters and just firebolt at it, see what happens.
Okay.
So that's a 4.
Yeah, that's gonna miss entirely. Your firebolt goes flying and just is not aimed well as you are still coming in from the teleport. You fired too quickly without getting your bearings.
Okay.
Well, let me just read a thing real quick. Okay. All right. Up next is Greeks.
All right. I want to move the tarantula back a little bit, back more onto the road, so it's not so it's more eye level.
Gotcha. It's like a 4-lane wide highway, elevated highway over a large patch of desert. You move this thing to roughly eye level with it, where its eyes would be if it had eyes.
Right.
That's easy enough for you to do without any rolls. So.
Okay. Then I'm gonna fire the railgun at it.
All right.
Uh, 21 or 22.
That'll definitely hit it.
What a 40 damage.
All right. You fire the railgun into it, and you hit it squarely. A lot of the rounds seem to just fly through it. You destroy a good bit of the skeleton of one of the beings that was inside of it. And you see that there is a bit of like MDC vehicle plating in one of its arms that you blast away. But it doesn't seem terribly bothered. There is no like physical reaction, no pain response in this thing.
It's got a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah.
Inside the sand.
Chock full of crap and corpses.
Wonderful.
Same, really.
Well, you only have one skeleton in you.
That's true. You don't know that. You don't know what entire rats I've eaten.
Do you want to take another shot at it or do something else?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah, because I'm considering that move not an action. Like, that's just part of a move.
13.
You know what? That'll hit it as well. I'm just going to assign this thing an armor class, basically. It doesn't really dodge. Because it doesn't care.
Can I make this psionic?
Yes. Burn, what is it? 10 PPE, I think we said? Not like permanently. Or did I make you burn permanent PPE to do this before?
No, it was just it was 5 per attack.
Yeah, that's good. 5 per attack.
So that's it's 21 damage.
21. All right, that still doesn't do what you would think it would do to a robot, but it does a good amount. But now it does have more of a pain, like not exactly a pain response, but as the psionically empowered bullets hit into it, it does seem to be more reactive to those.
Okay.
All right, Rohan.
Okay, so Rohan wants out. So Freya, out of the hatch, and then Rohan comes out. So that's the first action.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's fly over to hit it.
Yeah, it's pretty damn big.
That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it cannot parry that. This is a being of magic, but not an innately evil one.
$41.
Okay.
And that would be it, because coming out would be an action.
Yeah. The sword carves into it. Rohan is right up against it. In fact, now that Rohan is right up against it, Rohan will experience some stuff.
Oh, yay.
Yep. Rohan's going to take a penalty of -1 to basically everything. And is an MDC being, so it's getting buffeted by the tearing sands that are this thing. The sand around it is moving so quick that you feel like it would be damaging anything unarmored. Like if a just normal person was standing in front of it, it would be, dangerous.
Freya probably feels that and tells everyone that, tells everyone just how fast it is and it'll rip off our skin. So
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. The elemental is going to attempt to grab Rohan and slam them into the ground. So it's going to make a grapple or a... Is a grapple thing in here? Oh my god. Why am I suddenly blanking on all the combat terms? An entangle roll. Roll to entangle.
What would Rohan need to roll?
Rohan could attempt to parry or dodge. Parry is free, dodge is not unless you have auto dodge.
Parry. 23 to parry.
And what is Rohan's strength again?
Physical strength 33.
33 is good. This thing grabs Rohan, and Rohan expects it to not like move it, but it starts to move Rohan. But Rohan manages to get his sword in between the bulk of it and itself. It is not engulfed by it.
Okay.
But Rohan is not stronger than this thing.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's a tough. This is just a monster that lives out here. This isn't like some sort of night beast.
All right.
Damn.
It is going to use another action. Oh, none. Okay. Okay. It is going to. There is an attack of sand, or actually of trees and debris on the back of the tarantula that's looking to slam it forward as a psionic bunch of debris is thrown at the back of the tarantula. You can attempt to dodge, but you can't really parry this. Do you want to spend an action to dodge?
Yes.
All right, that is a 17 to hit.
Oh, did not do it. I got 11.
All right. That rolled poorly. So it's 10 MDC and make a piloting check to keep from being pitched forward off the roadway.
82.
Okay, under 90. So yeah, you're good. Freya.
Freya is
Staying inside.
oh
It's a bad
She's-
time to not have full environmental armor.
yeah. So she's gonna like pop out and try to like shoot it with her gun and then pop back in.
She does
I-
so.
Uh-huh.
She hits it.
Nothing happened.
Does not see the laser pistol does not seem to do a significant amount of damage.
Not even like the Nor. Like,
Oh, the
rune.
Nor, yeah, the Nor rune pistol, yes, that will do
Yeah,
something.
that's what she. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
she's
I
gonna-
forgot you had a flintlock magic pistol. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead
17
and
to
roll
hit?
that attack. Absolutely gonna hit. Yeah.
Okay. 8 points of damage.
right. That it hits, and you look like you're still saying something. You're gonna attack again.
Yeah.
All right, shoot again.
15 to hit.
That'll hit.
This is better. 12 points.
So a total of 20. The magic fireball comes slamming out of it, and followed by a second blast, which hits into it, creating small craters and turning some of the sand that it's made of into glass, as bits of its shoulder and chest are stripped away, exposing a bit more bones and MDC materials that are making up the middle inside of it.
And pop that back in.
Yep. Peppermint.
So Peppermint's gonna climb out and I'm gonna channel some PP into my staff to make it a holy symbol.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, dropped a thing. You do so. As you do so, as part of the same act, that takes an action, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, as you do that, you get in touch with the strength of the earth, and you feel that this thing also contains strength of the earth. Other things as well. but part of this thing is somewhat elemental. Would you like to roll a creatures of magic
Yes.
or demons and monsters? This would fall under either.
I rolled a 45.
That'll probably get something.
Yeah.
All right.
Under 55 or 75 is my demon and monsters. So.
Gotcha. This is some variation and a very large version of a tectonic entity. In cities, a tectonic entity tends to be smaller and will be like an alleyway full of trash that stands up and punches you. Here, there's a touch of like a little bit of unlife in it, but you're not sure if that's like the entity itself. But there is a possessing entity inside of all of that. It's not a possessing entity, that is very specifically another thing, but there is a spiritual entity called a tectonic entity that is creating that shell around its energy form.
Now, is that a type of elemental?
It is. It's more of an energy vampire, energy being.
Okay.
There's an elemental touch to it, but what you know of them, they don't chat. They are generally just reactive. They're not super fast. They tend to be very tough. And some have been known to turn entire buildings into their body and just go on rampages.
Okay.
They enjoy killing and consuming the PPE of mortals.
Okay. I was just wondering because with my staff makes elementals friendly towards me.
Oh yeah, this is not an elemental that will be friendly towards you.
Okay. Yeah. That's good to know.
But if you do you get extra damage against elementals or ghosts? Because this is under the category entities.
Let's see. The staff, when it's a holy symbol, glows with dim lights, frightens and holds vampires, other undead creatures, and similar creatures will be held at bay. Similar creatures at bay with the same effect that any holy symbol would have on these misbegotten creatures.
Gotcha.
So if it has any kind of reaction to that,
not especially. Oh, hold on. You remember a story all of a sudden of a skirmish between coalition troops who summoned one and a shifter who summoned one of these entities to possess dozens of skelebats that had not yet been activated. That the skelebats tore up the facility.
Okay.
But the shifter that did it was mercilessly hunted down by the coalition and publicly executed.
Okay. Yeah, if I hit it with my staff, I do 4d6 instead of 1d6 against supernatural beings and creatures of magic. So
definitely one of those. All right, good. I wouldn't recommend getting that close to it, though. Currently, you're up on the highway thing. If you get down off the highway thing, you think you're probably going to get, like,
right,
wind scarred.
This is an entity. Let me look at how strong this spell actually is, because I don't...
You have a number of spells that could be useful here. Robot vehicles are too big and not humanoid in shape. Oh, entities can build a body as often as every 12 hours if you do not destroy the actual energy being.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You don't have to spend an action if you want to spend time thinking about it.
Yeah, I want to spend time thinking about it.
All right, but you can relay whatever information you want. It hates humanoids and things of beauty.
Yeah, I'd relay that information.
It also has some basic psionic powers, but it is not a huge spellcaster. It just loves to eat humans. All right, kid.
Okay. So this thing's made of sand, yeah?
Mostly.
And a bunch of junk.
Yep. Underneath the sand, but it's hard to see because a lot of the sand is moving very quickly around it.
Okay, can I roll? Because this thing's like a magic creature. Can I roll like masonry or mining to see if? Because I don't even know if we have the capability. What I'm thinking of is if we have enough fire, can we turn this thing into glass? Like, can we glass the sand?
You can
I don't know
glass
if my
some
hammer
of
will
the
like
sand.
cause it when I'm hitting it. You know
Your
what I mean?
Hammer is a magic weapon.
And it's like superheats. It's like on fire.
Yeah, it's
and
magically powerful fire.
And I don't know if Rohan's sword is fire.
No, not specifically. It's fiery, I think.
And I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's more like a
Holy flame than a.
holy flame. Yeah.
And I don't
But
know if
Rohan's
Starissa
blows
can...
did hit it well.
Yeah. So it can take damage
Yes.
like normal. It's not like we're not doing anything to it.
You're definitely affecting it. You're reducing its mass essentially when you.
Okay, all right, then that's fine. Then I will hop out of the thing, and because I gotta help, I'll flip on my helmet, my little welding mask, and I'm gonna run out there. And I want to smash. Let's see. He had a chest plate on his chest. He had skeletons, and then he had like chunks of just like metal,
Like parts of destroyed cars and power armors.
Okay, all right. He's like a junkyard made held together with sand, kind of.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's what my hammer is good at. So I'm gonna go for those pieces, like specifically,
Okay.
like and see if that hurts him or not.
All right, go for it.
We'll light my hammer on fire, and we roll a d20 to hit, right?
Yes, and you'll take a
Right.
-1 to this because the sand, even though your mask is up, the sand is making it hard to see.
My welding mask does say I am immune to blinding effects.
Blinding effects, but this is obscuring.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna try to hit him.
It's not hitting you with a light beam. It's
This wasn't great. 14.
14 will just hit it,
Just hit it.
pretty much.
All right, let me get my 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, 66
Mm-hmm.
and an 18 plus 9.
27.
27.
Yeah, that number. And I'm aiming for wherever Rohan is hitting. I'm gonna aim for the other side of the thing.
Well,
just try
Rohan is also kind of flying, so Rohan's hitting it in, let's say, the upper right, and you're going for the lower left. Like,
Yep.
You destabilize it a little. You
I
break
can hit
off.
it again.
You swing entirely through one of its legs, taking out what looked to be a support rod, what looked to be an I-beam for a building.
Oh, perfect.
And you just knock that piece completely out of it. Go ahead and take your second swing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go again. Better 19 plus 5.
Definitely hits at you.
Yeah. All right.
This is not a thing that parries or dodges. Well, it might
It just-
parry, but it doesn't dodge.
Oh, that's better. Now 23 plus 9.
32.
It's very many.
All right. There we go.
I'm just lumberjacking at one of its legs down there.
Yeah, you destabilize one of its legs, and you see the whole thing kind of shift towards the other leg, making it a little less stable. It will have a harder time kind of fighting back against things directly in front of it, as you are keeping it off balance
Nice.
between the two of you in combat positions.
Yeah.
But above it is Starissa.
Eat it.
I'm up.
Yep, what you doing?
Okay. I'm going to sprout my wings as I start the free fall.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to dive at like one of its arms, almost like trying to torpedo through it. Give it
Gotcha.
a power punch.
Do it.
That is a 13.
13 will hit it. That is the exact number you need.
Oh, phew. Okay.
This is the rare instance where I've just decided giving the thing an armor class is more realistic than giving it combat skills.
16
All right.
damage.
Your claws. You were using claws?
No, I was just power punching at this point yet.
Cool. And that is with your full bonuses, I believe.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So 16. Okay, the 1. All right. You hit it. Do you want to use a second attack?
Um.
I'll let you do power punch damage on a single attack.
Okay.
I'm remembering things about you, and I'm like, wait,
If
that
I-
should be higher.
Graze off of it, then I'll try to loop around and do the same thing, like just smash through it again.
Yeah, you connect with some of the inside things. Though you will take SDC, so you don't care. Okay. As the same scene as Starissa puts her fist into like the back spine of it, you hear a loud cracking sound as a MDC concrete block gets smashed in its back. Doesn't knock it too hard, but it is still it's still in fighting shape. But Starissa gets a second attack at it.
Yep, and there's a 14 on that one.
All right, that'll hit.
And 12 damage on that one.
Okay. Again, you
I'm rolling
knock
lots
into
of
it.
ones.
You pull out some of the bits of armor and kind of desolidify its back a little.
Stay away from my friends, I yell at it.
All right, Greeks.
Okay, let's try something here. I'm gonna use teleconnect force field to cut off some of the sand to reduce its mass and destabilize it more.
Gotcha. Give me a roll to strike.
Any bonuses?
Your normal bonus is to strike with a weapon.
It's 12.
All right. You don't manage to get the bubble into the right spot. Because it's moving the parts that are big are moving or very solid, and you can't really form the bubble solidly around it. But you may try again. You had a feeling that would do something if you succeeded in getting a higher number.
Okay. Let's try again. 24.
All right, 24 will definitely allow you to grab what is basically one of its hands. Let's say it's left as Starissa bashes it in the back. Rohan is up by its front right arm. Kid is down by the left leg, smashing away at that. You go for the upper left arm, and you catch with this. The bubble just kind of shears off an amount of it. How much MDC does your bubble have?
Let's see.
Is it 50 or 25? I forget. Or is it an absurd
25.
Yeah, it's 25 per level, so now it's 1.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will allow you to do the 50 to this thing with that. As you isolate bits of it, cutting off parts of the entity
Per
inside.
level. Wow.
Yeah, telekinetic bubble, when it gets powerful, it gets... Yeah. But you basically sequester a good amount of its mass in there. And that didn't hurt the entity, but that definitely reduced its total, composition.
Yeah, good.
All right. Rohan.
Going to take a swing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 41 damage.
41. Okay. The body of it is being worn down quite a bit.
It's a 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 40.
Okay. Wow. This thing is still standing. It's a hulking baby. All right. The elemental is not mad at all. It doesn't feel any of this. It is going to attempt to smash Kid by reforming a leg around him.
Like making me part of its leg?
Yep.
Gross.
Bad news.
I would rather not.
So you may attempt to dodge,
I will do just that.
which will take an action.
That's fine.
Okay.
Is it D20, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am not super quick. I did pretty good though. 19 plus 5. Again.
I got a 20. I got a natural 20.
Oh well, then I guess I'm fucked anyway.
You're gonna get hit. It's gonna suck.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me get my MD. Now, does this affect my armor or my supple, delicate
Straight
body?
to your armor.
Okay, good.
You only take damage inside your armor when you get like banged around like in the tin can.
Okay. Fair enough.
This is hitting your tin can. That's gonna be 43 MDC.
Okay.
As new material comes jutting up from the ground. It is basically an entire. It's a tank shorn in half that like rises up around you and kind of crumples into the shape of a leg.
Ugh. Am I in there?
Yeah, you're kind of in there.
Okay.
But hitting it will be.
That's what I will do.
Yep. And then its second thing it's going to try to do is engulf Starissa. So it's going to make an attack at you.
Okay.
And that was a 17.
Okay. Parry, I guess.
That'll do it.
Yee. No, 9.
Okay. So you don't do that. Its back, you smash the concrete, and the concrete smashes to bits and falls to the ground. And then what looks to be pieces of bleachers come up very suddenly behind Starissa and just like grab it into the back and pull it into Starissa's chest, into the entity's chest cavity. Starissa, you are disoriented. You are incapable of casting spells right now.
Okay.
You would be taking damage if you weren't in an MDC creature, but the pull in will deal you 8 MDC.
Okay.
But you are now kind of in this thing's chest. All right. Freya.
Okay. Up with the rune pistol again.
All right.
Well, that's an 8. That misses.
Yeah, that'll miss.
This time it's a 12.
That also misses as it moves what is essentially a concrete pylon in between it and the vehicle that catches both of those fireballs before exploding into debris, into sand, which wraps around back into it.
And back in.
Peppermint.
Okay. I think I'm gonna cast Befuddle on it to start.
Okay. It gets a save.
Yes.
22.
My
I'm sorry,
spell strength
19.
is
You're-
my spell strength
Yeah.
is 14. So
Yeah. This thing has a +2 and I rolled a 17, so it's a 19.
okay, so nothing happens.
But you have you've got at least one more action you could take.
Yes.
If you want to take 2, you can. If you have an idea for a combo thing. I don't know.
I know you said there was something undead about this, but
A little bit. Yeah.
not.
I don't know that Life Blast is going to do anything.
Yeah, life blast would likely bump it, or give it a boost rather than.
Do you happen to have the
hurt
spell
it.
Control Entity?
I have summoning control entity.
But that's a high level thing, right?
Yeah, but I don't have.
And that'll take time to do.
Yeah, I don't have control entity.
Gotcha.
I was also looking at protective magic ring, but that won't help here.
Not really. With planning, you can kind of easily dominate this thing, but you haven't had like the day you would need to set up
Right.
the defenses around it.
I'll hold off.
Okay. Kid.
All right. So there's not. I got to get out of this tank first, right?
Yeah, you have to smash the tank away from you.
I'm gonna try to smash
Or
the shit
you
out of
can
this
crawl
thing.
out of it. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well, it's kind
smash
of
it.
pincering you in there, so yeah.
Yeah. Will I get any negatives to trying to hit it?
You'll have a -3, but you're basically right up against it, so
Fair enough.
its AC is basically 10, so 13
I will-
essentially. Yeah. Roll normally, get above 13.
I did not. I got a 4
Okay.
+ 5.
That's not going to do it.
Okay, let me try again.
Mm-hmm.
I got worse. I got a 2 + 5.
Okay.
Cool beans.
It's crushing you in there, so it's hard to kind of like fight back against it.
Yeah. I'm just inside going bong 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 bong. I can't swing.
Starissa, you are inside this thing's chest. The sand is swirling around you. Bits of debris are kind of slamming into you, and the body of one of the Linsrial protectors, one of the Cloud Knights, which you have met before. You've met a Cloud Knight before.
Okay.
Because I believe you, the player, would know easily what this thing is. With its kind of hawk-like beak, with all the flesh torn away, it's a bit horrific, as its corpse is just like grinding around in the chest of this thing where you are.
Ew.
And you
Okay.
know your allies, one of them is pounding away at it, but you saw Kid get like kind of squashed in the leg.
Okay. I'm going to inside. I'm going to take my dragon form and try to burrow down towards the leg where I know Kid is.
All right, your dragon form is how large? How large is your dragon form?
It's not as big as you think.
You're
Let's
young.
see. Yes. Let's see. Where does it? I read it. I'm probably about
Great
20 feet long.
Which is
No.
about as thing as this thing is tall.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, you've been smacking it down a bit, so it's probably getting a little shorter.
Oh, I thought it was bigger than that.
Oh, well, it's pretty big.
It actually.
If you
where
take
does
your
it
full
say how
form,
big I am.
if you take your full form, it might burst straight through it.
Okay.
Well, dragons were in well, the dragons are in 5 different books. So
Yeah. No, I'm looking right at the section on it here. I think I was like 15 to 20 feet long, something
Sounds
like
about right.
that.
yeah,
Like a really lanky Clydesdale stretched out a little.
all right.
It doesn't say
just the
though.
core book.
Shoot.
That is weird. Or it'll
Yeah.
just be as though the cat dragon statistics.
Yeah, or it could be just at the very beginning of the whole thing, just in general size.
Yeah, who knows? They hide things all over. There we go.
Yeah.
Six dragon. But what are you doing? What would you like to do? Hatchling size. 80% of its full size with 3d4 weeks. You are one of those. Nothing specific is said, huh? But you are very large as a dragon.
Okay. I thought I'd be inside of it still and able to hide.
I'm gonna say no.
just-
If you do that, it's gonna be too big. But it might look awesome.
It probably would look awesome.
You would be saving your friends.
Yeah,
It would
I'm gonna
probably do a shit
I'm
ton
gonna
of damage,
burst
too.
out of it like I'm gonna take my true form and just burst out of it, spinning around, trying to like dissipate it as much as I can.
All right,
Yeah.
roll me a d20.
Okay.
How big are you?
We're
Dragons
gonna
are
find
very
out.
big. Dragon
Yeah.
size.
Big.
Like real dragon size? Oh shit!
No, I'm still little, so
You're only about 20 feet long. It's only
Like a city
school
bus.
with
Yeah.
wings
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! You know, a small dragon.
and angry.
Teenage, you hurt my friends, dragon.
yes.
You know what book it is in? It's Dragons and Gods. It's right over
An
there.
emotional dragon. That sounds horrifying. Like, emotionally unstable dragon.
Emotion Dragons is my
Emotion.
tribute band.
Yeah.
There's Dragon the Gods in here. There it is. But yes, go ahead and roll a d20 for me, Strisson.
Okay, I got a 13.
All right, perfect. That is at what you needed at least. What is your biggest single physical attacks damage?
That would be my power punch plus my claws, which would be 76.
All right, roll that.
Okay.
Wow.
7, 18, 21, 27.
All right, 27 is not enough to take it down yet, but you are inside of it. I'll count that as a critical, seeing as you are literally in the heart of it. 27 times 2 is, let's see, 4, 40,
58.
54.
54.
54.
Thank you.
All right, a giant set of wings sprouts out the back of this thing, and a claw comes tearing up through towards the face of it. And then another massive dragon claw comes tearing down out of the side of it. Roll your damage again.
Okay.
And in the tarantula phrase going, I knew there
22.
was some.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah.
As a dragon claw comes out the front of it and tears it, a dragon head bites through the chest of it with a bit of a roar. The purple frills on this red dragon flare out as it bursts through the chest of it like a chest burster, and then puts one of its front paws down into its leg, ripping the part of Tank off of Kid and tearing the arm that was reaching towards Greeks' bubble and rending it apart as the internals of this thing start to clatter to the ground around the 20 plus foot long, probably 10-foot high dragon that falls out of the chest of this thing with purple frills arrayed around its deep and its bright red skin or scales.
Freya's in the thing going, okay, I knew she was special, but I did not imagine that.
Is she just like right in front of me?
Yes, she's actually above you, kind of.
I want to lift up. Is the thing dead?
Well, here's the thing. Who can see the invisible?
I can.
You can
Not
see
me.
the entity is still there. Its physical
Ooh.
form has been destroyed.
I think I can. I'm almost sure I can.
Can you breathe fire on it?
Yep, see invisible. I can see invisible.
Yep. All right, you do that. You see that the
Okay.
floating entity that is its heart, essentially, floats there.
Can I attack it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
How are you attacking it?
Bite it. Bite it.
Yeah, I'm
Dragon
just gonna
fire.
bite
Eat
into
its
it.
heart.
Turn my entities
I-
on. Lost my page again. Oh no, I didn't. All right. The entity itself has
Let's
a
see
little
how I
bit of hit
do.
points.
That's going to be 9 plus 5, 14.
That will hit the entity.
Okay. And I don't have bite damage.
Let's just roll it as a claw.
Okay. It's 9, 12, 13.
All right, you do 13 damage to its physical form, but that's not enough to completely destabilize it. As you tear into it, leaving stretches of
Fang marks.
fang marks that only you can see. Can anyone else do anything?
I
Peppermint
see.
would know that the being itself is going to be except for magical and psionic attacks, physical attacks will not affect it.
Now that the outer body is gone, I could get in there with my staff and hit it, which does do damage to magical enemies.
All right. So, to do so, you will have to jump off the overpass. Are you willing to try?
Can I cast Living Bones of Stone before I jump off?
Absolutely.
Because if I do that, then as long as it's not more than 500 feet, I don't
It
take
is
any
not.
damage.
Yeah.
So, let's see, how much does that cost me? That cost me, cost on myself, cost me 24.
Gotcha. As you reawaken your anchoring within the earth, your bones and self get solid. You line up your shot and go ahead and make an attack roll as you jump off the overpass, swinging your staff down with full force. This is one of the few kinds of physical attacks that will actually affect this thing. Is your specific staff.
And I rolled a 12.
All right. That will hit it in this form. It did not successfully dodge.
And I did 1 damage.
Did 1 damage.
Yep, I rolled.
You roll 4d6 against it, don't you? It is a being of magic.
Hold on, let me double check that. It's the wrong book.
I was gonna say, you just told me it did 4d6 against certain beings of magic. Let's see if I can find it first. Around the hundreds.
127 here.
Loading. Nope. There we go. Staff. 46 against supernatural beings like woodland spirits. Yeah, so go ahead and roll
okay.
46.
Hold on. Okay. That's better. 16. That's 17 damage.
All right, 17 is actually enough to put this thing down. 1 was not going to do it. For a
Yeah.
total of 30.
For some reason, I thought it was
1d6.
Yeah.
To most things, but 4d6 to things like spiritual woodland spirits and whatnot. As Peppermint flies, skirt and hair flowing with action movie precision, The staff comes down, tearing this being. And the only way most of you see this being get killed is by the resistance, however brief, it offers to the staff that slows the arc of Peppermint's Staff of the Moist Mother Earth. Or Staff of the Mother Earth. Because why? As the entity is sundered and destroyed. And Peppermint falls. Roll an acrobat. Do you have acrobatics by any chance, Peppermint?
No.
What is your physical prowess?
Which one's that?
PP.
12.
Okay, not great. All right. So you fall and you hit it and it dies, and then there is a massive puff of dust and loose sand as Peppermint does this basically 30-foot drop. This 30-foot staff drop onto this thing.
Yeah.
Straight into the ground, horizontally.
And if it's sand, I am a lot heavier now, so it would just...
It is sand, but it's not... Yeah, it's... It does not cover, however, the craning upwards neck of the dragon.
I'll lift my little helmet up.
Sand falls off parts of your visor.
Freya actually opens up the thing and gets out.
There is less sand on top of the thing, but there's still sand everywhere now.
Yeah. Oh, sand, it's coarse. I think it's everywhere. And Rohan's flying down, and yeah, it's...
When you look, on my face, you know how you can see some expression on like dogs? You have this look of like, like when the dog's into something, you caught it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know, the guilty dog look.
Yes.
All right, I think that is where we're going to leave it.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. That's better than anything I could have said. Just
What an awesome way for everyone to find out.
yeah, that's cool.
I felt that was the perfect opportunity. I was like, I'm going to put her inside and see what she does.
I also didn't know Peppermint could just become a meteorite.
Yeah.
If she wants to
In
be.
very specific situations.
Yeah, but I mean, 500 feet.
Oh, it was 50. Oh, well, yes.
Yeah. If I fall
That's
500,
fucking a lot. That is a lot.
You basically
Like,
have to go to the top of the atmosphere. No, it's miles up. But
You can fall quite a fucking distance. You can fall very far.
The thing is 500 feet is the max to take no damage, and then after that, the damage is still reduced.
That's oh my god, that's fucking
basically
awesome.
drop from space.
We have
That is awesome.
we have to utilize that. I'm imagining like fastball special with the dragon picks you up and just fucking lets you go, and you just that's fucking cool.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this episode of this dusty episode of Riffs.
Yes.
So, let's go around and say who we are and where we can be found if we've got stuff going on. So, starting with Nerdy Teddy.
Hi everyone, I'm Nerdy Teddy. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. You can, and in the Nerds with Dice Discord. I'm here currently 2 times a week, once for this game, and then on Thursdays at 8 p.m. EST for I Hunt Farm to Table. We're only 2 episodes in, but it's been a lot of fun so far. So come check that out. Monday nights you can find me over on the Bardic Nox channel playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I think hopefully next week we'll be back and we'll be starting the 5Ds era, so that'll be fun. We're finally doing we're going like we're splitting it up by how the show splits. The game's split up by the show. So now we're getting into synchro monsters. Though almost all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is based on the various shows. So the cards come out in pretty much eras that link up with that. So it's weird, but we're getting into synchro, so It'll be fun. Wrote some game. No, I wrote that
Got an
wrong.
S, isn't it? It's the Task Sisters, not
Yeah.
just the one. You wrote the Task Sister for those who aren't getting the chat.
Oh, maybe the bot.
Still didn't work. Anyway.
Anyways,
you could
there's the link is in my bio for games and stuff I wrote. I just put out a Spark for Nova, which is just it's like a mech called the Nightmare. It's part of the whole jam, so you can check that out. To the my bio on Twitter.
All right, thank you so much. And Maxine couldn't be here, and our love is with her. But you can find her at that girl at that place on most things. Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. You can find me on Twitter at Shell_game, and I'm here on Tuesdays.
All right, thank you so much. Kate.
You can find me on Twitter at Reverie_cutie, and just like Michelle, I'm here on Tuesdays.
Thank you so much, and we're so happy you are.
Thank you.
Evan.
Hello, everybody. I'm Evan Jennings. You can find me at Evan Jennings64 on the Twitter. I don't have a lot going on right now because my life's crazy. But
you got stuff in production.
I do have stuff in production. I need to learn how. We just learned how some of this OBS stuff works the other day, so I got to finish a few drawings and finish a few writings. Yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled for stuff in the future. All right. Greeks. Ting.
Hey, I'm Ting. You can find me on Twitter at TingTut and here on Tuesdays.
I saw the picture and I was like, Greeks. Oh, wait. Yes. I just like saying Greeks. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm your game boss. My name has been Kevin Myers and continues to be in the future. You can find me here on Tuesdays and coming soon on Devil's Luck Gaming. Starting on the 15th, I will be playing the Icarus Complex, an altered carbon game with good production values. There's an awesome opening video. I believe that drops on Twitter tomorrow morning, so I'll be retweeting that as soon as I wake up, which will probably be around 10 because I'm sleeping in. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and that game is going to be real fun to play. The GM is Ryomasa, and they are a great GM. All right, and you can find my wife's amazing knitwear designs on lattesandllamas.com, which I put in the chat. So thank you everybody for joining us. Check us out on the YouTubes. Join us on the Discord. We love you. Be safe. Be well. Do we have a raid? Send some love to someone else.
We are going to raid. Hold on, let me make sure they're still on. Yeah, we're gonna raid Midgardia tonight. So
our pals at Midgardia.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.